My name is Sam Vaknin, and I'm the author of Malignant Self-Love, Narcissism Revisited. Grandiosity is often considered to be a kind of primordial force, a little like magma within a volcano, something that is a force of nature, out of control, out of anyone's control, including the narcissist. It's kind of a driving impetus, kind of the fuel in the narcissist engine.
I'm not stupid. I know how all these psychiatrists and psychologists play.
But reality might be, and usually is, much more nuanced. What is grandiosity? Grandiosity is an inflated self-image.
And then I have even went, while I was basically doing all that studying in the past for my degrees, my religious degrees.
It is a divorce between reality and self-perception, an abyss, a gulf between the narcissist, real life, real accomplishments, real talents, real skills, real everything, and his perception of his accomplishments, talents, skill, and everything else.
And you listen with the stethoscope for the heartbeat. I know how to do that because I worked as a home health aide for 5 years. I studied to become an EMT as well.
This gulf, this abyss between reality and fantasy provides us with a clue as to the nature of grandiosity. In my view, grandiosity is not a primary force, but it is kind of a derivative phenomenon. It can be conceived as a set, a group of cognitive biases constructed on a foundation or an edifice of cognitive deficits.
And to make me look bad and stupid when I'm not.
And these cognitive deficits emanate from a profoundly flawed reality test.
This is my official transcript here from the school, and it was 91%. 91% was my grade. Of course, that's what my IQ is too, 91%. Would you believe that? My score was 91 and my IQ is 91.
That's a very fancy way of saying that the narcissist simply perceives reality wrongly. He doesn't have the tools to interpret properly events, situations, circumstances, social cues, body language, communicated messages from other people, and so on and so forth. Obviously, he lacks empathy, which makes it impossible for him to put himself in other people's shoes.
But no, it didn't turn out my way.
And to anticipate their reactions, their needs, hopes, fears, priorities, and preferences.
Later on, like I said, my ex-wife divorced me, and now she's a lesbian and she's getting married to a girl that wants to take my last name. Well, I'm sorry, she's not going to have my last name.
The narcissist, as I repeatedly keep saying, is an alien. He is an extraterrestrial in the most profound sense of the word. He's a piece of artificial intelligence. He looks human, he acts human, he has emotional resonance tables that allow him to imitate empathy and to imitate emotions and to behave as though he is one of us, or one of you. But he is not.
So they can make somebody look they're crazy, they're not. That all their medical problems is in their head. If that's the case, why am I taking all these medications if it's all in my head? Why? Why am I on insulin if it's all in my head?
His reality test is flawed. Constantly, his cognition, his thought processes are defective, they are deficient, cognitive deficits. And this creates, in turn, cognitive biases, misinterpretation or misperception of information about himself and about others.
And there's a lot of other people out there that are trying to do the same thing. To make me look bad and stupid and like I don't know what I'm talking about. They even do the same thing with Jim Baker. They put him in prison. I was in jail too over that telling my parents I'm going to get a gun, but I was in jail for 16 days. It was called a third-party threat. I didn't call the mayor. I didn't call the police department. I called my parents. I was asking them for help, for some money so I can get some pictures developed so I can take to the mayor and show the mayor, here's the pictures of the property. Show me where the trash, rubbish, and garbage is.
Consider, for example, omniscience, the narcissist's tendency to believe that he knows everything, that he is a genius, that there is nothing beyond his remit and his ability to grasp and to analyze properly. He considered himself the authority, not an authority, but the authority, and not on a single subject, but on every conceivable subject and many inconceivable subjects.
I went to a college called Mansfield Business College. I earned my certificate in private security and investigations. This course was basically considered as a police academy course, and I earned my Ohio Peace Officer Training Council, State of Ohio, Office of the Attorney General, Ohio Peace Officer Private Security Training Program. Like I said, this course was just like it was the equivalent to police academy. Well, I went on and I worked as a home health aide. I studied in my first time becoming a home health aide was in January of 90 for the Tuscarawas County Health Department. And then I went on and worked with Good Samaritan Hospital in Zanesville, became a school bus driver, and drove school bus for another 5 years. I earned many certificates in school, and in high school I earned Best Attitude Certificate.
The narcissist considers himself godlike, endowed with total knowledge, unlimited information, big data kind of thing. So what is omniscience? What does it rely on? Well, it relies on a cognitive bias known as the Dunning-Kruger effect.
I'm not stupid.
The Dunning-Kruger effect is a kind of bias where people overestimate themselves and sometimes overestimate others. Consider a dumb person, stupid person. Kruger-Dunning effect simply means that dumb people, stupid people, are too dumb and too stupid to realize that they are dumb and stupid. I repeat, dumb people, stupid people, are too dumb and stupid to realize that they are dumb and stupid. Consequently, they do not consider themselves dumb and stupid. They consider themselves intelligent, analytical. They consider themselves well-informed, knowledgeable. They consider themselves sometimes geniuses. But in reality, They are dumb and stupid. They just don't know it. Not only they don't know it, they are incapable in principle of knowing it. And this is the cognitive bias. Narcissists are deluded about the true level of their abilities, knowledge and skills, but they tend to sustain this delusion also by devaluing and underestimating others. So they have classic Kruger dunning, where they overestimate themselves and are not capable of self-awareness, and that is classic Kruger dunning. Plus, they devalue and underestimate other people, which makes them superior by comparison. So they feel absolutely superior and also superior by comparison. And again, the example of omniscience, the all-knowing narcissist. The narcissist often pretends to know everything in every field of human knowledge and endeavor. The narcissist lies and prevaricates to avoid the exposure of his ignorance. He is not averse to confabulations and outright lies. Narcissist resorts to numerous subterfuges to support his godlike omniscience.
After my school bus driving job, and I was kind of, let go.
Where the narcissist's knowledge fails him, which happens very often because he doesn't know much usually, the narcissist fakes authority, superiority. He quotes from non-existent sources. He embeds threads of truth in a canvas of falsehoods. He transforms himself into an artist of intellectual prestidigitation. Sleight of hand.
If you would have been smart at the time, you would have looked up the information about the Universal Life Church and look up to see if their degrees are credited.
Sleight of hand. This is the core and essence of narcissism. Because within his territory, the narcissist is still as fiercely defensive and as possessive as ever. They are unwilling to subject their knowledge and insights to peer scrutiny, or for that matter, to any scrutiny. The narcissist keeps reinventing himself. He keeps adding new fields of knowledge as he goes along. This creeping intellectual annexation is a roundabout way of reverting to his erstwhile image as the erudite Renaissance man. The narcissist believes that he does not need to refer to reality as the last arbiter. He only has to tap his own superior innate intelligence in order to derive universally applicable and invariable rules. Narcissist doesn't believe that he has to observe reality, measure reality, conduct experiments. He believes that all he has to do is use his superior, super genius intellect to understand the world. All knowledge is innate inside him. He just has to access it. As opposed to other people who believe that they have to refer to reality to gain, to derive, and to extract real knowledge. Regardless of the paucity of his own experience and knowledge, the narcissist holds himself to be a supreme authority on almost every issue and topic. Indeed, the narcissist is emotionally invested. He is cathexed. He is emotionally invested in his self-imputed omniscience and in his infallibility. He regards any challenge to these as narcissistic injury, which threatens to undermine the very foundations of his precariously balanced personality. Challenge a narcissist, disagree with him, criticize him, demand to know his credentials, look into his claims, and you become the enemy. He rages and is out to devalue and, if possible, exterminate, eliminate you and everyone around you, everyone who supports you. Omniscience, one of the types of grandiosity which most clearly exemplifies and demonstrates the fact that grandiosity is a cognitive deficit based on a lack of proper understanding and grasp of reality, which generates a cognitive bias.